Alright, we've got our walls. I've decided to leave the source poly in there. Maybe we'll turn it into the floor at some point. But let's get some doors and windows in. So I've added the Architect Sampler as a favorite. If you don't have this as a favorite, you can go to the Vectorworks libraries and select it. And let's put the front door, which is up here, first. Now what I'm going to do is make sure that I have wall insertion mode selected, and I double click on the door, and notice it sort of deselected. Sometimes the wall insertion mode will deselect, so make sure that when you double click on a plugin object or a symbol that you make sure that the wall insertion mode is turned on, and then when I move the symbol close to a wall, it highlights red and my symbol jumps into the wall. Once it's in the wall, I click once, and then I can move my cursor to position the swing. So I'll position my swing like this, and I've set my door. I'm going to go back to the selection cursor and look at the object info palette, and notice this is a door in wall. I don't worry too much about the size or the location when I first place it. I just want to get it in the wall and get the swing correct. And let's set its size. So from the sketch, it's a 3.0 door, otherwise known as 36 inches. Its height is 6'8". It's a standard door. Top shape is square. That's fine. Simple swing. And we've got the correct size and the correct swing. Let's set it into position. Now, when I took my measurements, I did them all from trim, and all the trim was 4 inches. I've made notes of that. So I'm going to go put the trim on first. So we'll scroll down. There are an enormous number of selections here. And I'm going to get down to trim. Include interior trim. There we go. And it's 6 inches. I'll change that to 4 inches. And there, I have 4-inch trim. So I took all my measurements for positioning from the trim. So I'm going to scroll all the way back up to the top here and choose Set Position. Notice Move by Point is automatically activated in the third mode. I'll click once on the edge of the trim and once on the corner, and notice I get this Enter Offset, and I need this to be 2 feet from the corner, and the first click I clicked on was the object. If I had clicked on the corner first, I would select the reference point. It doesn't matter which one you click on, you just need to select which option here you did first, whichever one you clicked on first. I'll click OK, and my door is positioned. I need to get a window, a couple of windows in this wall, so I'll find my window and I'll place it here, and we'll do the same thing. It's a double hung, and let's see, this one is 36, so my width is 36 inches, and the height, I have a little detail there, is 30 inches from the sill. So you can choose from the head of the window or the sill of the window. So I positioned it. Sorry, I put that in the wrong place. It's in the elevation, is 30 inches. The height of the window is 42. And if I switch views, I can see that I've got my window. It's the correct size, it's the correct elevation. All I have to do now is set its position. And according to our little drawing here, this also is 2 feet from the corner. I'll put some trim on there, since that's how I did my measurement. And I'll choose Set Position. And I'll click on that trim, click on the corner. My offset is 2 feet. My first point click was on the object point, so that's all set. And there we go. I have my window. Now I'm using Option Duplicate. Since I have a bunch of settings already, I can Option Duplicate my windows, and now I just have to change the width and the location, but I don't have to set the elevation, I don't have to set the trim. So this is kind of a nice thing. I suppose what I ought to have done is change the width first and then made my rest of those duplications. So you can delete windows and the wall heals, and now I can pull some copies and continue on editing. Alright, so let's get these windows positioned here. So we know that this window from trim to trim is 47 inches away from this window up here. So I'll choose Set Position, and this time I'll choose my point here, my point here, and my offset is 47, and click OK. And I've moved that here. So it doesn't matter where you click. It can be a wall, it can be another window. And I need to set the next window, which is 3 inches away. So this time I'll choose this window, choose Set Position, have my point and my point, and I'll enter 3, click OK, scooch that over, and then the last window on this wall I need to position is here, Set Position, and I'll pick up the trim point and the trim point there, and I'll enter 3. Now if I had measured from the center of the opening, I can pick up the center of the opening, or if I could pick up the jamb. These symbol objects and plugin objects have smart points all over them, so depending on how you measure on site, you can choose that point to actually place your object.